I was thinking about going frolicking in a swamp, but I think I'll keep it shorter and just go for a Mudkip instead. Bike Chain Starters, Episode 8, Mudkip. What's going on? I'm PokeWelder Zach, and today we're making Mudkip out of bike chains. Before we get started, I'd like to let you know when this video hits 1,000 likes, I'll be doing a giveaway to one person from the comment section below. So, do you like frolicking in the mud? Do you have a better joke? Or do you just like Mudkip? If so, go ahead and drop it in the comments below, like the video, subscribe, and let's get on to the build. Alright, let's get kicked off here with breaking up some bike chains for the main body here. Alright, so as we're going to set these out, we're first going to set out the pieces for the head. So this is composed of 2 6 pieces and 2 4 pieces, and then a 3 link that it's going to be used for the fin on top. The main body is made up of 3 4 pieces, and then the tail is a 6 piece. So we're going to start it off by making the head. We're going to take the 2 little 4 pieces, or I guess we're going to take one of the 4 pieces and one of the 6 pieces, go ahead and set them up. These are going to be pretty standard shapes for me. So there's going to be the top and the bottom of the head, so it'll be pretty symmetrical here. The 2 4 pieces will be the top and bottom, with the 6 pieces being the middle. We're going to quickly tack all of them, and then we're going to tack the fin that is going to go on the top of the head as well. Just clean them up really quick so we can put those welds on the insides, which will just give it a cleaner overall finish. Love the little fin piece. Cool, we've got them all cleaned up, so we're going to stack them and weld them. This is the main part of the head. Now we are going to add on the bottom of the head and quickly flip it over and add the top of the head. Now that those are welded on, we are going to take some of the single pieces here, and we are going to slightly break them apart, and these are going to go for Mudkip's little side things that gills. What are they called? There's a special name for them. I don't know it off the top of my head right now. We just have to add some quick welds so they don't end up falling apart, of course. Clean them up, and then we'll add those on. So I forgot to get the video of welding the fin onto the top of the head, but that is already on there. And now we're going to quickly tack on the little side thingy things. So there we have Mudkip's head. I'm going to put that off in the corner, and we're going to go ahead and make Mudkip's body. We're going to start off by making 3 squares, and then we're going to just do a quick tack on all of them before adding them all together. So pop, 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 and kind of miss it there. Gonna clean them up just so I can get those flat surfaces, stack them, and tack them. Ooh, I like that. Stack and tack. Make sure they're all lined up. And now we are going to add the feet on. These are single pieces that are gonna go, each one is just 1 piece, and so those will be the 4 legs. I bring the magnet out so I can hold it, since now that it would be a little bit unstable on the other side. And once I get those 4 pieces tacked on, I can make sure it sits kind of how I want to, and then I can go back and secure them in place. All right, the last major part here is going to be Mudkip's tail. This took a little bit of figuring out to get the right shape, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. Although I would have loved to do this Patreon promo in a lovely swamp, frolicking with Mudkip in the mud, I didn't quite want to deal with Shrek. So here we are in my room with my nice watery blanket. Patreon is where I post updates, announcements, host special events, and post exclusive content such as sketches and some of the extra stuff I do like 3D models. So if any of that stuff sounds interesting, go ahead and check it out in the description below. I'd like to go ahead and say thank you to all my current patrons. Although our numbers are small, your support means the world to me. So, thank you. And for anyone who's interested, go ahead and check it out in the description below to join on Patreon. With that, let's get back to the video. Alright, so we have the main 3 parts of Mudkip, and now the final bit is just to tack them all together. So we're going to add a Mudkip's head on first, we're going to turn him around, He's going to fall over like 18 times. I cut out most of them. And now we're just going to tack on his little tail fin. That's how I like it. So I'm going to add to the other side and clean it up. Now we're into the grinding process. I use a ceramic wheel on my angle grinder, and this is to get all of the main part of it cleaned up, any of the bigger stuff. And then I follow in with the Dremel tool to get sort of in between the crevices and the spots that the angle grinder can't reach. This is just a little grinding bit, help clean up the dirt, grime, and again, just clean up any of the edges that might have been left over that I wasn't able to get with the angle grinder. I don't actually clean it this fast. I wish I did. It would make my life so much easier. All right, gonna give them a quick little blue base here with spray paint. And then now for the finishing touches. Again, I use an acrylic paint for most of the finer details here. And so you can see that the orange doesn't show up super well. Usually I have to go through and give it a few coats. I'm still looking into different paints. So if anyone has any suggestions, I would be more than happy to try literally anything, because I've tried multiple things and so far nothing's really worked super well for me. So again, we're going to keep painting. We're going to get the side pieces first. Mudkip's not too difficult because he really doesn't have too many like finer details. It's just making sure to get into the crevices of those side pieces. Going to finish up with a lighter blue now on the tail. I luckily didn't have to mix colors for this, which just made it way easier. I just had a light blue that sort of fit pretty well. So again, we got to get in between all of the little crevices, in between the links as well, and that's sort of what just takes a good bit of time, is making sure that I get all those spots. Just a few little bits left on the tail, and then also getting the bottom of the jaw. You may think that the top fin would be also this light color, but it is not, as I figured out. It is just the bottom of the jaw and then the tail fin. Jaw, mouth, bottom of the mouth. So just our final little touches here. Get the inside. And voila, there we have it, our finished Mudkip, now seen from raw bike chains, cut, welded, put together, and our final little Mudkip here. Hope you guys like them. Mudkip is now open to patrons over on Patreon, and it will be available to the open public at the end of this series. So, if you want to get a Mudkip, go ahead and join me over on Patreon. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope you learned a thing or two and enjoyed the video. Remember, when this video hits 1,000 likes, I'll be doing a giveaway to one person from the comment section below. So, if you really like Mudkip, go ahead and drop a comment down there. Also, if you want to make requests for future sculptures or projects, you can do so on my Patreon or on my Linktree, both in the description below. So, thanks for sticking around, and make sure you subscribe, because next week we're going to be making Trico. Until then, signing off with the Totodile smile.